Hello there, I'm Ezekiel Kuhoga and this is my reading club. The message in this video targets those who are participating in the reading program and my reading club. But even if you're not participating in the reading, I'm sure the message can benefit you in many ways. And today I'm going to share the 5 tips which can help you to develop your reading habit successfully. All right, so let's go into the message. Uh, we must all agree, or I think most of you would agree with me, that in today's time, reading is one of the very difficult tasks anybody can have because of what is going on. You know, you have to look for your bread, you have to interact with other people, you have your families, you have the social media and everything, so we have a lot of distractions which can take you away from reading. But as I've spoken in the previous video, reading is one of the very important things that you are supposed to do because it is about investing in yourself. When you read, you learn, you progress, you change, and we are supposed to change in order to adapt to the environment as the time progresses. So reading is one of the very important things that everybody should be doing. But how do you manage to read in the midst of all these distractions? So these are the 5 things that you're supposed to be doing. Number 1, you have to know what you are chasing when you start to engage yourself in the reading program or any reading activity. For us in the reading club, this my reading club, what we aim to chase is not to read to completion. We don't read in order to finish reading a particular book. But what we are chasing is building the reading habit. That is why we are going with only 10 pages per day. We don't go beyond that, even if the book sounds to be very easy, because we are targeting on building the habit, not just completing the book. Uh, uh, One advantage of building the habit, I think if you have listened to my previous videos, I think one of the very old videos I discussed what the habit does, or when you're building a habit, what you're actually doing is that you are writing information on your subconscious mind. And when your subconscious mind has received a particular information, then you no longer have to do it intentionally. Automatically, your body does the thing. One example is when you're trying to, if you are listening to a particular song, even if you hate that song, if you listen to it very often, in a particular number of days, it is going to reach a day you are going to sing that song even if you didn't want to. You are going to remember all the corners, the ups and downs of the song. That is what the subconscious mind does. So even when you come to reading, and you read in such a way that you are trying now to establish a habit, it is eventually going to reach a place where reading will become more of automatic. Of course, it's going to still be difficult because you still have to be intentional, but it's going to be something which is more of automatic rather than something which you have to do it in how can I refer? It's like more intentional. So that was point number 1. We are chasing to build a habit, not just to read in order to complete a particular book. But number 2, you have to learn to attach yourself to the community which is executing the same venture that you want to engage yourself with. So for instance, we are a community who has decided to start reading these books, educational books, inspiration books, motivating books. If you also want to engage yourself in the reading activity, find a community like us who are also reading. Then we have this shared commitment. Shared commitment is always way stronger than an individual commitment. You can be also a witness how many people normally decide to start to read books when the year starts. I think many people can make resolutions. I want to start reading books this year, but they will read only for 3 or 4 days, and then after that, they don't want to touch any other book again. Why? Because they are working by themselves. It's always easy to give up when you are doing it on your own. But when you join with other people doing the same thing, always that shared commitment in the large group of people is always way stronger. But number 3, attach yourself to that shared commitment in the community. Or in other language, I can say, own the commitment. Even if it is known that this is our commitment, read to the point of saying that, okay, now this commitment is my commitment. So for example, we have decided we have to read 10 pages each day. You have to reach to a point of saying, now this is my personal goal. I have to make sure that I read 10 pages each and every day that passes by. But number 4, break down that commitment into the simpler form which is easily executable. So for example, reading 10 pages a day is not an easy thing. It's very difficult. 10 pages is so many pages. And I'm actually surprised at some of the readers who would claim that they read 50 books, hard copies in a year. I can't really imagine how they do that, because I've already started to read and I can see how difficult this is. But what do I do normally to make this happen? I break these 10 pages into smaller pages. So I got, let's say you can decide to go 3 pages in the morning, 2 pages in the day, and so now you have 5 pages, and then in the night before you sleep, maybe you go 5 pages. Or you can decide to go 4 pages, 2 pages, 4 pages. Or you can decide to go 5 pages, 4 pages, 1 page in the night. So you can try to come up with any plan which will work for you, but to make sure that this reading becomes easier. It becomes easier for you to execute this commitment that has been established in the community. But number 5, and the last one, is that do not pile up the debt. And when I say do not pile up the debt, I mean it might happen a particular day you get busy, you get distracted, and you skip the 10 pages that you are supposed to read. Make sure that you put enough efforts to pay that debt, because before the 10 pages reaches 20 pages, because the more the debt piles up, the more energy it needs to overcome, and the more the debt piles up, the more impossible it becomes to overcome this. So I think I'm going to create another video where I will share with you how this affects, or in other words, some people call it a procrastination, the effects of procrastination. I will make another video and explain these effects, and I think we can learn more. But for today, I think this is enough, and I wish you all the best as we are still proceeding in this reading program, and see you. Bye-bye.